All right, next example, evaluate the sum. We have the sum of j plus 3 as j goes from 1 to 10. So anytime that you're asked to find the sum of a summation, we're going to use the formula S of n is equal to n over 2 plus a sub 1 plus, excuse me, n over 2 times a sub 1 plus a sub n. So use this formula for any sum of the form. Our summation here of mi plus p, where j is equal to, j goes from 1 to n, where m and p are real numbers, and represents the first sum of, represents the sum of the first n terms of the arithmetic series. So first things first, what we're going to have to do as we evaluate this summation, we need to find the value of the first term and the second term. So our first term, remember this is our starting point. So this j equals to I, that is our first term. That would be our a sub 1. So meaning we're going to substitute 1 in for j. So we're going to plug it into this expression, and we're saying 1 plus 3, that gives us 4. So that's our first term. Now we need to find the last term, which is 10, because in essence this question is asking us to find the first 10 terms of this sequence, this summation here. So to do that, we will have to, we need to find the last term. So we're going to substitute 10 into this expression again, and we have 10 plus 3 is equal to 13. So we're looking for the sum of S of 10, the first 10 terms. So S of 10 is equal to the sum of j plus 3 as j goes from 1 to 10, and we're going to use this formula, n over 2 times a sub 1 plus a sub n, which would be our 10, because that would be the 10th term. Okay, so let's plug those numbers in because this term goes up to 10. So we have 10 over 2 times 4 plus 13, and then we have 5 times 17, and then that gives us 85. Therefore, the first 10 terms adds to 85. So that would be our solution. Next example. Use your calculator to find the sum of the first 10 terms of the arithmetic series. So I'll show you how to do that, but I'm going to go ahead and write out how you would find what functions you're going to need in the graphing calculator. So what you're going to do, and I'm going to show you using the calculator, you're going to say, you're going to go to your second, okay, and then let's underline this, first 10 terms, okay. Second, and then find your stat button. Above that it says list, and then scroll over to math, press the number 5, and then because that number 5 button Okay, so we would do second and stat, which would be our list. Scroll over to 5, number 5. Number 5 would be the sum. Okay, you would press 5, and then we're going to go and press the second button again and go back to stat, and then uh, we're going to go over to OPS and look for number 5 again, or the number 5. So second and stat, go to OPS, and then 5 where it says sequence. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Then you're going to enter this expression here. You're going to say 4.6x, because we don't have an n here, plus 9.91, then comma, and then you're going to press the X button, comma, because that's our focus, this X, where we're going to plug in for X. And then we're going to put in our starting point, our lowest value, which is 1, comma, our highest value, which is 10, comma, and then we're saying 1, increments of 1 here. Our domain, what this means, this last one means our domain is greater than 1. Okay. All right. And then we're going to close it with 2 parentheses. And I'm going to write all of that out. Okay. So 4.6x plus 9.91, comma, x, comma, 1, comma, 10, comma, 1. And then we're closing it with parentheses. And then we press enter. So the sum of the first 10 terms is 352.1. That would be the sum. Okay, so that's how we would use the graphing calculator for this example.